Good morning, children. Welcome to the social science class. Today we are going to discuss the first chapter of economics of class 10 of social science. And the name of the lesson is development. Children, when this word development comes to the mind of the people, what do you think about development? What is development? Define development. This is a very important question. Everyone wants development in his life. There is no one in the world who does not like development in his life. Everyone wants good life. Everyone wants progress in his life. Everyone wants prosperity in his life. So children, it is important for us to define development. Development is such a situation, progress or improvement in the lifestyles of the people. As I just told you about development. As we want development in our life, similarly, all the countries, all the government, they also want development of their people. So in this class, in this chapter, we shall discuss development in detail. The development has two aspects. Okay? Development has two aspects. First is, different people have different developmental goals. And second is, what may be development for one may not be development for other. Very important aspects. Let's listen again what I just told you. That the development has two aspects. First aspect, I am repeating. Listen very carefully, children, so that you can understand the concept of development properly. Firstly, different people have different developmental goals in their life, and second is, what may be development for one may not be development for other. It means many times what we see that the development may be, one's development may be distraction for other person. Here I would like to give some examples to you so of development. Firstly, different people have different developmental goals. Teachers, okay? So it is not possible for all the students to think in same line, same manner. Okay? Maybe one student may like to become a doctor, other student may like to become an engineer, one may like to become a teacher, okay? Any other goal may be in the life. It depends on the students. It depends person to person, okay? What he likes or she likes in his life or in her life, okay? So that's why it is very important to be seen that this is the first aspect, okay? Different people have different developmental goals. Secondly, what may be development for one may not be development for other. For example, okay, so an example given in the book, I already discussed this example earlier. For example, industries want to generate electricity, okay? Electricity is very important. Without electricity, we can understand what kind of problems we may face in our life, okay? You are sitting at home, there is electricity. In the absence of electricity, you will be disturbed. How will it be possible for you to study? So for example, in a tribal area, if electricity is to be generated, the industrialists go there and they want to construct a dam there, over there, okay? Because if electricity is to be generated, then they will have to construct dam there. So what happens in that tribal area, that village, the people living in that area, they start protesting. They do not want dam to be constructed in their area. Why? Why do they protest? Do they not want electricity for themselves? Do they not like dam to be constructed? Actually, they want, in fact, they want electricity to be generated. But the problem arises, if dam is constructed there in their area, so they are afraid of their displacement from that area. Okay, they will have to leave their area, their village, wherever they are living. तो उनको वहां से जाना पड़ेगा, उस जगह को छोड़ना पड़ेगा. That's why children, they start protesting. The industrialists. So on the other hand, the industrialists think they are right because they have to generate electricity. So here, so different people have different developmental goals, and second, as I taught you, that development for one may not be development for other. So developmental goals may be conflicting. There are conflicts, confrontation in society regarding development. Okay, this must be clear in the minds of the students. I hope this is clear. And next children, next thing is per capita income. What is per capita income? Per capita income is the total income when it is divided by its population. When the total income of a country is divided by its total population, we get per capita income. We get average income. And this average income is also known as per capita income. So clear? Okay. If you have 5 subjects, you get the marks in all the 5 subjects, and all the marks obtained by you divided by 5. You get your average marks. Similarly, the total income of a country, when it is divided by the total population of a country, we get per capita income. Okay, and this and second is national income, because I am telling you per capita income and national income so that you can understand after it the classification which is done by the WTO, World Trade Organization, World Bank, World Bank. World Bank okay, when the classification is done by the World Bank and UNDP, you will come to know why this per capita income or national income is important. So next is national income. National income is the sum total of all goods and services produced within a country or nation's gross domestic product, that is GDP. GDP means gross domestic product, plus net income received from overseas during a period of 1 year. Okay, this is known as national income. So national income, the sum total of all goods and services produced within a country. Okay, a country, there are industries, the government produces many goods and services, industries produce goods and services. Okay, the total sum and the income coming from abroad. Okay, in simple words. Okay, is known as national income. So national income is known as the total income of a country. Okay. So children, next point here comes. So what is the classification? Classification of the World Bank. How World Bank classifies the countries, and what the United Nations Development Program, UNDP program. Okay. Now it is also very important to be understood. So World Bank क्या कहता है? We must be knowing about the classification of the World Bank. World Bank classifies countries on the basis of per capita income. World Bank checks only the per capita income of a country. Okay, it ignores other aspects of development. Okay, so that's why the concept of World Bank is a narrow concept, because the World Bank report World Bank report tells us only about the per capita income of a country. If those countries which have more per capita income, okay, as per their criteria, they consider them rich country. I will tell you about it in the next class. And those countries which get less income as per the criteria fixed by the World Bank, considers these countries poor countries. Okay, so the important thing is that the World Bank report says about the per capita income of a country only. It does not tell us anything about other aspects of development. Okay, and what they are, let's discuss here. But on the other hand, United Nations Development Program, okay, UNDP. UNDP, the full form of UNDP is United Nations Development Program. Okay, so what is the aspect, the criteria of the development of the United Nations Development Program? United Nations organization, you know about it. I have already told you about the United Nations organization. It is an international organization. It has many agencies and organs. Okay, we have discussed in the previous class about this organization. Here in this chapter, okay, we have to know about the aspects of the UNDP. What is the report of the UNDP regarding the development of the countries? UNDP says classifies the countries on the basis of per capita income. Okay, UNDP also says that there must be the per capita income. Okay, if it starts classification of the countries. But on the one side, when the World Bank says that only the per capita income is the criteria of the classification of the countries, UNDP is different from the report presented by the World Bank. Second is life expectancy. UNDP says that life expectancy. Life expectancy means the average age of an individual in a country is known as life expectancy. एक आदमी अमूमन कितने साल अपने जीवन में कितने साल वो जीवित रह सकता है, दिस इज नोन एज लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी. ओके, एंड थर्ड एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द यूनाइटेड नेशन डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम इज लिटरेसी रेट. ओके, यूएनडीपी ऑल्सो consider literacy rate, because on the one side World Bank does not say anything about the education of the people of a particular country or other countries on the basis, when it classifies the countries on the basis of the income, but UNDP considers literacy rate. Okay, it checks how many people are literate in a country. Okay, because it may be possible that in a country maybe the people are not educated, they may be rich. Okay, many times we have seen in society there are many people we come across, they are rich but they are not educated. So UNDP considers literacy rate apart from per capita income, life expectancy, literacy rate. UNDP gives importance to gross enrollment ratio. Gross enrollment ratio means UNDP checks how many students go to school, okay, how many students attend the schools or classes. Okay, so these are the parameters of the United Nations Development Program. This is a broader concept. If we do the comparative study of the World Bank report and the United Nations Development Program, we find that the report presented by the World Bank is a narrow concept of development, whereas the United Nations Development Program (UNDP) report is a broader concept of development. Okay, children.